Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and the United States today got something from the US Justice Department. This is the Attorney General's Cyber Digital Task Force. It's an enforcement act framework to their strategy, and it's the same scare tactic narrative that has been this big black cloud created by the government employees who just really, A, don't understand this space, meaning they are as far away from being tech savvy as you can possibly get, and B, they are attempting to secure their relevancy through fear mongering, and C, the task force, which is made up from 2 people from the FBI, 3 people in the criminal division, part of the legal framework, and an attorney from Massachusetts. This has nothing to do with regulatory clarity. Don't believe me, read it for yourself. It overblows the illicit uses of all the same things we have heard about: drugs, weapons, terrorist activity, money laundering, ransom, blackmail, extortion, patting themselves on the back for the websites that they have taken dark. It is not clarity at all. There are images of hackers in hoodies with sunglasses to mask men from war-torn countries seeking donations. Please read for yourself and decide. Don't listen to YouTubers, myself, or any others. This is the farthest thing from regulatory clarity. It actually takes us back to the days of 2016 and 2017. Seriously. As my good friend Oak on YouTube says, we need to kick this one in the balls. And don't be surprised when you hear me say that. I'm only quoting a famous mantra from a person I admire in the XRP community to make sure you really understand how I feel about this. Yeah, it got me riled up. And all the while, the real serious problems lie in news like this that came out just on the 8th, where the OCC has assessed a $60 million civil money penalty against JP Morgan at the failure to exercise proper oversight in their use of customer data. Or just a few days before that, we have the HSBC, which has moved millions in a Ponzi scheme through the US and Hong Kong, basic fraud, knowing the activity was occurring and took no action. Yeah, I'm a little bit riled up, and this is because the US government can't graduate or educate themselves on blockchain and its transparency and the digital assets, those that have neutrality like XRP that can move value without political ideology, that is really something beneficial to our world. And I don't want to bring us back to the Middle Ages of shadow banking. Yogita, one of my favorite women reporters, I'm moving to a new subject so you don't have to listen to me rant too much longer. She is really on it all the time. She wrote this for the block back in May, and it was with the Ripple working out a loan offering, and that it will work in connection with XRP as a payment solution. The block received their information direct from a Ripple spokesperson, so I have been looking forward to the real announcement for quite some time, since May. And today, the product offering is officially released in beta after being tested. Immediately, I understand this is almost identical to how the immigrants that move from their home countries to start new businesses are able to do so without established credit. Let me explain. So there are lots of articles, research papers by scholars who have studied immigrants who attain success in growing a business. And this is a CNBC article that has 2 great financial habits we can learn from immigrants. And I think it's an article that illustrates my points pretty well. Based on a 2017 entrepreneurship index that immigrants are more entrepreneurial than the native-born Americans, They outpace those entrepreneurs by twofold. And the reason why they can do so is that they work from a pool of money to reach their financial goals, because credit, established credit with traditional banks, is costly, difficult, and they don't have that. So they form a kind of private microfinance, lending circles. Asians are especially well known for this, but it's not limited to this type of community. This microfinance lending circle business is just so prevalent. And I think if you are not part of the immigrant community in the United States, you might not be aware of this. The capital is usually supervised by a leader, and private loans are given for legitimate business purposes. So I'll give you just an example. Let's say you are a young couple who just moved to the United States. You're living in California and you have a dream to start a restaurant. After you do your research, you find a small town in Idaho that looks good. Not too much competition. It looks like it's a safe place to raise your family. The rents are low. So you present your plan to the community leader or to the community group of leaders. And then if they think that you have a good plan, they will front you that capital to get you started with a very flexible repayment. And when you succeed, that original pool grows for future investments because you are returning that money plus a fee, and then it just follows from there. So the working capital, or lack thereof, in these new fintech startups, it's no different. It's one of the biggest barriers to growth, and Ripple has identified that. They lack the resources to compete with these big incumbents. So Ripple is giving a line of credit that solves this problem by providing upfront access to capital. And those that are using ODL, on-demand liquidity, on RippleNet can purchase XRP on credit. XRP being that liquid capital that makes them able to compete on a level playing field with those incumbents. So they can be faster, do it cheaper, and they can scale. This vision of Ripple is brilliant, but I think they're borrowing the playbook from many successful immigrants who have done so in not only America, but any country that they have moved to where they don't have that easy access to capital. I love it. And this is the website that they have created for that. You should keep in mind that it is eligible only to the RippleNet customers, and it's not a consumer-based offering or for the general public. I'll put a link to it in the description below in case you want easy access to the website itself. And now I'm just going to jump to a tiny bit of fluff, and I have to tell you that I had this car wrong yesterday. So I thought it was a Ferrari because I had showed a picture of a really luxurious Lexus that the traffic division up in the north part of Japan has received for their traffic control. It was a Lexus, and it was really gorgeous. And then someone on my Twitter feed sent me this, which I thought, wow, yeah, this is amazing. And I thought it was a Ferrari, but it's not. It's a Lambo. And I'm sorry for all you Lambo lovers. I'm not a Lambo girl. I'm a Bentley girl. So I got the car wrong, and I thank everybody for correcting me. But I still think it's like, wow, the paint. This lilac is not purple, not blue. It is scrumptious. And then I am going to do one more video today. It's a FUD fighting video, and it's because we're getting a lot of articles out there that say Ripple co-founder, and they're talking about Chris Larsen, that XRP price is not tied to on-demand liquidity. And it is from this particular video, which I have captured in its entirety. And if you really listen in the full context to what was being said, it's different. And I'm going to cover that in my next video. And for fluff, I want to show you that in this crazy world of everything being the new norm, here is a new vending machine in Japan that you don't have to touch. You can work everything with your foot, so you don't have to touch anything. Yeah, we have ability to pay either with the phone or with a prepaid card, like a Suica card. I don't know. It just gets weirder and weirder, right? I think actually this is something I wanted to show you. This is how we in Japan since 2017 have been able to do this contactless pay. This is if you buy a drink on a vending machine, you can actually send a drink gift or a drink coupon to somebody else via your phone in a QR code. And I think, yeah, I talked about how I thought that some countries like America are a little bit behind with QR codes. I want to show you what we've been doing in Japan with a QR code since 2017. You can see this. So he gets his drink. He goes through the turnstile and he says, "Wow, that was so good. I think I'm going to send that drink gift to my girlfriend." So she gets it on her phone. She puts the QR code and down comes her drink. And so this is just going on where it shows you how you can send these drinks to anybody that you like, wherever you are, with your phone and using that QR code. Anyway, there you have it. Okay, I'm going to get going on that other video because I think it's important to fight a little bit of that FUD. Because, yeah, well, that's, I guess, just what I feel like I need to do. So, in the meantime, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.